All right, let's jump into this thing. So, man who controls the teleporter, where are you teleporting the party to?
We are going to what's his face? Gorm?
Okay. So you're going to the inner city of Iverholt.
Yes.
Okay. The party with Brother Calder has the lurching sensation real quick, and then find yourself once again in this large, elegant, multi-pillared room. Looking around, this was an unannounced teleportation from an unknown origin, and so quickly a lot of guards like turn around and look, and then seeing the party that they recognize and know about, they begin to ease off. Tommy, the gnome, who you sent to relocate here to regroup, scurries over and takes a quick bow and goes, "Hello again? All is well, yeah?"
No,
Oh, okay. What do we do?
we need to speak to Gorin like now,
Like now?
like now.
Okay. Aside from states of emergency, that's gonna be kind of difficult. You'd probably have to make a schedule.
I like lean down to Tommy and I just like bend over and I say, Tommy, I've lived my life very fast and loose. There's not a lot that I would consider an emergency, but right now, Iverholt is in grave danger.
Okay. And he's gonna scurry over to one of the desks and start talking with some people. Calder kind of looking around, ruffles and nervously pets at his bird.
Aaron just kind of bumps his shoulder with hers and is like, just stay close to me. It's okay.
All right, I can do that.
I'm just like sidle over to Calder and I say, you have any friends in that order of yours?
Yeah, a few of them.
Do you have any way to get in contact with them?
Yeah.
Do you have any way to tell them to run? I have a funny feeling that Gorin's not the type to play the slow game. I think the hammer's gonna come down on them fast.
What about me? Think the hammer's gonna come down on me?
We'll protect you as best we can. I think if you're with us, we have marginally upset a few feathers in our time. I'm sure that we can manage to sneak you underneath them.
All right. He's going to step a little bit to the side and start whispering to Obelisk, his raven. After a little bit, he lifts it up and...
You better not have told the whole order to scramble, though. Just your friends.
He comes back and gives you a little tight smile.
Okay. This is how we get you immunity. If we warn them about an impending evasion and there's no evasion, then the hammer's going to come down so hard on us that I don't know if I'll save you. Because I'll be too busy saving myself.
Your friends are blunt, but at least seem honest.
They are.
He kind of crouches down and starts petting Tokyo. One of the guards is attempting to kind of quietly approach from behind, but sticks with the good eyes on that 360 vision, can see him kind of like looking at the back of your head, trying to get an angle to take a look at your face as he starts walking up.
He's eyeballing who?
You.
Me.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All the furbolgs, if you recall, were being like questioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. We were being profiled. Can I just start turning and just keeping him at my back? Just like
So he starts kind of casually walking around, and you just kind of keep moving, and he kind of...
Can I give him an
Turns the
intimidation
other
check
way.
to like back up, so like just like back
Twitches.
off?
Okay, yeah, you can try.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna just Just shoot him like a glance of like, not now.
Okay, roll
Later.
intimidation. Yeah, you're just
That is a 26.
okay. Jake, what were you saying?
I was gonna do a persuasion check, but he seems
Okay.
to have it.
26. He
handled.
kind of goes back over to. There's like one group of guards that are all kind of grouped together and kind of talking to each other. That he kind of goes back to. The other guards don't seem to be like, "Yeah, it's a furball. We're looking for a furball. Get him." But there is a specific group that, and again, these are all almost bone white Aarakocras.
Sussy baka.
You kind of smell like a baka.
Eren Yeager.
You hear one of them. Oh, Moon. Thank you, Floxen. You hear one of the people behind the desk look at his. Something lights up on his desk, and he goes, "Step away from the portal."
We step away.
You step away.
Step.
About 70 or so armed forces come walking in, a couple of named ones under Jarl Gorin, and they all look like they've been in battle and they're returning home. Some of them are wounded, some of them are kind of draped over each other, and some medics come forward and start tending the wounds, and suddenly this place is packed. You see in some cases family members running up and stuff like that, other martial people trying to get control over the room, and everything gets real crowded real fast. From what you understand, they are coming back from the mountain to the east where the goblins are. Trying to rein in some numbers. One of the captains trying to get order. This is not under the Aarakocra policing force. They all kind of back up a little bit and let the military proper just kind of spread out and start doing their thing. And then you can hear the same man at the desk go, "Everyone needs to get back from the portal. We have another wave coming in." And as you guys kind of get pushed to the side a little bit, you're lost in this now large crowd of tired, bellowing warriors. Another 80 or so men, and then another 60 or so men, and the place quickly begins getting filled up. And you see the small group of guards that were kind of trying to take a look at Styx is not able to see him at all now.
Can I like stop any of these like named ones as they're going and being just like, "Hey, how's the mountains going?"
Yeah, you can try. You see, there's a couple of them.
Yeah. I like, "Hey, how are the mountains going? We were planning on heading out there for Twiceune."
The one that turns to you, he's a turtle. He's got one eye that's been recently just gouged out, and he has had it cauterized, and he kind of sits up. Yeah, it's well, they're still there. There's more of them than there's more of them than we thought. They've never been intelligent like. These ones are using tactics, set an ambush.
You don't suspect they have some sort of consolidated leader, do you?
I do suspect they have some sort of consolidated leader, actually. One that's probably not a goblin.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that opportunity to make sure my hood is pretty low.
Nope. Nope. You're still a little intoxicated from your feasting with that one Goliath with the French accent from last episode. But you have the bear of mind to put the hood up.
After all those calories I consumed.
So, they've got a leader, you say? It's pretty suspicious. You don't suppose it's the changelings that have been maybe making their way around, huh?
Don't know nothing about that. Is there news? We've been stationed out there for a couple of months.
Oh, yeah. There's a bit of a changeling conspiracy currently happening where people are being replaced by changelings. We our court
If
wizard.
I hear this, I'm gonna like nervously take out the ball and just start looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just be like, there's a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start kind of panning. And in this crowd of now roughly 200, you catch the glimpse of some bone white skin that belongs to a changeling. And you kind of wait and you move around and you move forward, and the bodies part again, and you realize it's a changeling who's in his just pure white form, like obviously a changeling.
Huh.
A maze of scars running along his neck. Kind of looking around, he's got one real long spear and a crossbow, a hand crossbow kind of slung over, black leathers, long white hair. Yeah, he looks worse for wear too. The wound slightly aggravated, sickly.
You just let him exist then.
Not gonna ask him any questions.
Nah,
Like-
he just
Like,
If
hey,
he-
you're
if
you're a changeling. How'd that happen?
You can't just ask someone why they're a changeling.
so how were you born?
Like, are changelings native to Kjol, or are they like not? Because I feel like that's something that we'd all kind of know.
Changelings are a relatively new development in the world of Kjol. People don't really know about them.
They're recently evolved.
Ah, I see.
So whether or not you're not sure. It could be just having kept below the radar all these years. Yeah. But skinwalkers and illusions and shape changers and shifters and doppelgangers, those all are known things. So if you say changeling, it's not like they're gonna be like, what is that? They don't.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, like, would we know, like, oh, if it's a changeling, they guaranteed are affiliated with the syndicate, Like, would we know that more or less, or is that something that's not a logical conclusion to make?
So far in your experience, that's been the case.
Mhm.
Yeah, like how like to put it
Like how-
bluntly, like how racist do we want to be? Like
Specifically changelings.
And if it's with the syndicate, then he's doing a pretty poor job of hiding it. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like,
unless,
are you with the
unless it's a
syndicate?
double bluff.
Ah, damn it.
One thing the party does know is that the changelings can't hide scars.
Mm,
Who did?
noted.
And that was something Farron figured out when she was able to track down the one that was posing as her brother. The homeless kind of vagabond that the changeling turned into had a similar scar through both features.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him be. Let him live.
You want to ask him where's the trigger?
No.
Okay.
Thomas appears to be attempting to get to you guys, but through the throng, he can't really. So you see like a hand, kind of. Thomas's little hand through the
Yo,
crowd.
Thomas.
We'll maneuver. I'll maneuver to Thomas.
So he's just like lost in just a little gnome, just kind of lost in this crowd. He goes, ah! And he grabs onto your like coat. He goes, all right. The king says to make the king. The Jarl says to make your way towards his keep.
All right, can you lead us?
Yeah, if you can get me through this crowd.
I won't
That
pick him
one's-
up and put him on my shoulders.
Consent, please.
No, he's getting picked up.
Hey! Look, he just said, "Can you get me out of here?" So
Yeah,
that was.
get him out.
uh,
I may not approve with your methods.
the party begins moving their way through the crowd, and soon you are out into the inner city. Again, hundreds of statues of former Jarls going down this main way. The cobblestones having runes placed into them, giving off heat so the snow and ice don't freeze onto the roads. Beautiful multi-storied buildings made of white stone, and the huge keep in the center of the inner city.
Never really did like the decor of this place. It still makes me mad. We've been here like 8 hours. It's been a day.
Slowly,
Something with warmer colors, like
Yeah.
slowly the party
Orange.
begins making their way towards the keep. Okay. You are not stopped. It seems you have
Right.
shaken off the specific Aarakocra that had been attempting to follow you when you first got here. Between the disguises you had put on for a while to the teleportation to splitting up, you have shaken that off, and you find yourself at the foot of the keep. A named one, maybe a veteran, one leg in a kind of ornate cast, looks at the lot of you and goes, "Right, state your business." Thomas
We have
holds up a hand. He by now would have been insistent upon being let down. And he steps forward and calmly talks to him. Nods. Let him in. And you hear 3 massive bars undone. Large doors swing outwards, and you walk in. Polished white marble inlaid with gold and ivory. Very high ceilings. Echoey. You don't hear people so much as you don't see people so much as you hear them walking about, and you hear various other people talking and general business. Nothing seems to be in a state of alarm. Thomas kind of looks nervous, and he kind of like straightens his coat and vest and kind of goes, "I've never met the king." King.
Jarl, we'll have kings.
It's been too long since we played this campaign. I'm sorry. Never met the Jarl. Bit nervous? You?
No,
Yeah, we met him once.
he's basically like an uncle.
Right.
You have uncles?
I have many uncles.
He's just like one of them, except big.
Okay.
And an entirely different person.
Hail Hydrate.
Imagine your uncle, and now imagine someone nothing like that at all.
That's him.
That's the Jarl.
You walk up a couple of floors to where you find, upon getting to the maybe 4th floor, after passing many hallways and many inlaid doors and offices and the like, you come to a 4th floor where you don't see like it just keeps going. The ceiling is hundreds and hundreds of feet high, and there's a couple of these strange pads on the floor. many high-level fighters and paladins are in the room, armored to the teeth. The captain of the guard, the Aarakocra leader, kind of steps forward and goes, I'm gonna need all your weapons.
All of them?
All the ones you're able to part with. If there are any cursed objects on your person, please make them known.
I mean, I can part with this one. I just can also teleport it back to my hand. It's kind of like the thing.
She takes it, puts it in a box.
Want me to show you I can teleport it? It's not gonna be
I
any
believe you,
point.
friend.
Okay. I think it actually disappears.
Everybody handing over their weapons, or are you gonna attempt to?
Dix is currently like having a dilemma on whether or not his walking stick / staff is a weapon or not.
Can you use it like a weapon?
I mean, I can use my fist like a weapon too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Can't hand those over.
I'll hand everything over but my staff.
Okay.
I'll do the thing where I like one, and then like another dagger, and then another sword, and then another. It's just a pile of blades.
I'm gonna hand over the staff, and then right when she takes it from me, I'm gonna like stumble to my left, like I needed it. Just be like, ah.
She kind of puts it in the box and waits expectantly
That's
for
a
this.
very big box.
It actually seems to keep going.
It's a box
right,
of
but-
holding.
It's been a minute. My blade has disappeared, and it now
I'd like
reappears
to
on my
make
person.
a persuasion check. I may.
She knows it's a magical staff.
He's got very frail bones.
You would not part a man from his walking stick.
Okay, but this is going to be an insanely high roll.
May I provide advantage by like
my glass bone?
supporting him underneath his shoulder without it?
Sure.
You have to give him my Gandalf moment. That's my weapon. I'm gonna.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
You have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm helping you.
He's pulling a Legolas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first one was an 18 on the die. Plus, it's an even 30.
What do you say?
You would not part a man from his walking stick. Like I gotta do my Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
At the mention of walking sticks, Sticks collapses.
She kind of looks you up and down. And nods. She then says, does anyone else have any weapons?
We just rifle through my
Looks
pockets.
over at Farron.
Farron gives her the weapons, like
Okay.
without much complaint. She's got her puppers.
Mm-hmm.
Secret puppy.
That's about everything I have.
Calder also takes off a bow, puts it in the box, takes off a knife, another knife, puts it in the box, pulls out a net, puts it in the box, pulls out a carving knife, puts it in the box, and a strange flask, and puts it in the box.
That's not a weapon.
It is.
What's in it?
Weapons.
You don't want to know.
Weaponized juice.
Liquid death.
That's just
Does-
water.
Does it
Liquid
appear to
water.
be made of iron?
Great
by any
water.
chance?
No.
My poops.
He also takes out a tooth and puts it in the box.
It's poison. The cyanide tooth.
Munch.
Oh,
Not
and his
putting that
cloak.
back
Frick.
in.
I forgot about that. What's that?
Said I ain't letting him put that back in.
and his cloak.
Mhm.
And he goes, I have no other weapons. And you watch a ring start glowing on her finger. I don't believe you. And he kind of
He's feast.
takes off a ring and puts in the chest. I have no other weapons. The ring doesn't glow. All right. Follow me. And she steps onto one of the pads, and it launches her upwards magically.
Whee! She
Diller steps-
expects me to do this
Call-
without my stick.
Calder looks at Farron and goes, I'm not going first.
Ziller gleefully extends his arms and jumps onto the pad.
Okay. You
He says we.
Six like
Buckles.
sits down and like crab walks onto it, like trying to like stay seated.
Sticks with the good eyes but bad ankles.
Yeah.
All right. Is it safe to say the party ascends?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. The party ascends. Takes a long time to get all the way up there. And you find yourself in a throne room. The throne is made of 4 dragon skulls for legs. And the rest of it a white marble.
You gotta wonder what his favorite color is.
Sitting upon it is Jarl Gorin. Everyone make a perception check.
9.
20, baby.
Mm,
18.
I see through him.
17.
he's 6.
This ring that you saw, the captain of the guard, he has a similar ring. He has a secondary ring. He has armor that seems to shift and breathe on its own. He has a sparkling helm of diamonds. He has a strange rod that he keeps on his back. Kind of about up to his shoulder in height, and then a kind of circlet at the top that you don't recognize. Not sure if it's a staff or what. He also has a ornate sword at his hip. Give me a second. Good lord. There we go. Oh, right. I knew I was forgetting something. And hovering around him is a shield.
Was that all the stuff without the nat 20, or was that including? Or do I notice
You
anything
guys
special?
see, everyone else sees everything but the rings.
A lot of magic items, Gorin. Very prestigious.
Welcome. The Aarakocra gets down on one knee and gets back up.
Ziller will follow suit, realizing that he should probably be on his best behavior for today.
There are 5 30-foot statues, each embedded with precious gems. And the ceiling is very high. You can see something floating far above, multiple somethings. From the outside of this tower, it seemed like there weren't any windows. From the inside, you can see that all the way around, you can see out into the city, including the multiple, I believe I said 15, Aarakocra guards who stay there, flying, positioned around the mantle of the keep.
I'm assuming it's safe to say that this place is like far more grand than Twiceun's.
Insanely.
Okay.
Twiceun has that like Viking rustic, down to earth feel, regardless of the fact that he lives within a, as long as he's got his frost switch with him, that mountain he can weaponize. And so he's more practicality than anything else, whereas this is old money that has come with so much power over so many years. This kingdom, this city-state was here long before the breaking of the earth, before all the oceans boiled over, and many had to flee up into Kjol to survive.
Gorin, thank you for, first of all, having us in your lovely city. It is most beautiful, but I do not come here today only to discuss the wonderfulness of your design. We have uncovered something that is most dour for your city, a conspiracy happening within your very walls.
Interesting.
We have here a friend who is, in fact, someone who we met from that conspiracy who has decided to defect and is coming with us. We would not have learned of this conspiracy without their gratuitous aid, and thusly I would kindly ask for you to pardon their potential involvement in this conspiracy.
We will see. And he stands up and kind of comes down. The shield kind of moving along with him. The people who know the most about magical items and its lore make a history check, arcana check, or a perception check. As he kind of comes closer, and you can kind of see the sword on his belt a little better.
Well, even with my
Wouldn't
plus
that be
9, that's a
more
12.
than one person?
Say again?
Would that be more than one person picking that check? Or-
Yeah, everyone who's got kind of the lore of yeah.
Even
Everyone who
with my
thinks they
plus
deserve
9,
to
that's
be
a
able to make a
13.
13.
Sag.
Hey, Britt, thank you for the 8-month subscription. Love you, everyone. Big shout out to
15.
Voxen and Britt, my amazing mods, and Yame, who is, I don't think, here tonight, but that's okay. What's that?
15?
13?
15.
15.
5.
Okay, this sword, Arthalos, looks... It's tickling your memory, but it's not ringing the bell pure in tone. You don't fully... maybe you've read a description somewhere of this sword, some famed sword, but you don't. It's slipping your tongue. However, he does have the Dusk Crusher on his back, which is a fabled, insanely powerful hammer that can be ignited into this ring on there, becomes this flaming hammerhead. You do recognize that. He comes down and goes, "Ever the shadow looks to sneak its way into my city. Tell me of this conspiracy." He looks at Farron. Calder takes a step closer, subconsciously, in kind of a protective sense.
Farron just does a really respectful dip of her head in trying to conceal her discomfort in this whole situation. This is my brother, Calder. He was part of a group that seeks to cause harm to your city. But he has saw that it was he warned us of this to warn you.
Is that true? I'm asking out of character. Is that
I'm
is
thinking,
that
I'm
factual?
thinking.
Honestly, I have no recollection of what we learned.
Okay.
Yeah, I
What
don't even.
So I
what
don't know what.
It's been
He-
so long.
You're good.
He warned Farron to get us out of here.
Okay.
Mhm.
So his ring briefly does a glow. Just a brief one on that last statement, and he notes it and looks over. He doesn't say anything though. He looks over to Ziller. And he goes, I'm sorry, not Ziller. He looks over to the goblin.
He has a
He-
name.
He looks over to Zaz and goes, "How is the back of your head, friend?"
My head.
The first time you met Jarl Gorin, one of his kingsmen, one of his protectorates, panicked and broke a bottle on the back of your head. And he condemned that man to walk back to Iverholt.
Well, Zaz will kind of scratch. Oh yeah, no, I didn't feel that at all. I'm fine.
He glances at his ring, and when it doesn't go off, he goes, I'll have you know he...
Thanks for asking, though.
Indeed. Just because goblins plague this region does not mean that every single one of them deserves the treatment that you were given.
Goblins really are a plague in general.
Interesting. Perhaps you can assist me in some things that we can discuss later.
Sure. Maybe.
Lord Arthalos.
Oh, Gorin.
What is your take on this conspiracy? Styx, you notice that the heads of the statues are following the Jarl as he moves.
I remember what all exactly. Like, I remember that a bunch more of them showed up. I don't remember exactly, like, how many in number. Like
Okay. I'll recap. So, the party, this is everything the party knows. Styx scryed on Calder. Calder was being forced to give his winnings to Sorvern the Drow, and his companion, the crazy dude Decker, and the Goliath as well was there. More people, maybe 7 or so additional of these black-clad individuals filtered into the place at one point. There was no actual confession from Sorvern that he was conspiring to attack anyone. However, Ziller was like, at the end was like, if those walls blew up, would you be happy about that? And he said, yes. And then he said, does the name Thud mean anything to you? And he said, no, but I want to know why you said that. And was very keen on getting to the root of that, but never did. And you have a moment, Arthalos, where you realize this dude has the ability to tell when he's being lied to.
Right.
And that you have come to him to tell him of a conspiracy that, while most likely true, you don't have any proof, and you don't have any written any spoken, you don't know what, you technically don't 100% know what they're here for. And so you got to tread carefully.
Right. And what was exactly his question again?
What was your take on this conspiracy?
And I wanted to give a number. How many were in there?
As far as you know, 9.
Well, then he said more came.
Yeah. There were 2, and then 7 more showed up.
Okay. These men, while few, exuded power. That of the like of named ones. Yet these had no Jarl to hold them back. I've never seen the like in all my years of Kjol. And the manner in which they spoke leads us to believe that they're up to anything that they do is not in favor of any Jarl. We were warned to get out of the city. And for us, that was enough that something, to put it bad, at the very least, is going to happen. And we would, as allies, we would do Twice Hewn a disservice if we did not come to your aid and try to bring this as quickly as possible to root out the issue before trouble can begin.
Well done. We are allies, myself and Twice Hewn. It's a shame what happened to him. Where are we at? And he goes to stand and look over the city. My lord, where are we at in reclaiming his sentience? This implies he does not know about the whole dynamic with the souls being split. All he knows is that something's wrong with him.
I was like, what, he knows? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Like, as a matter of fact,
since you're allies,
how strong of allies are you?
Can you kill someone
This is
for
also
us?
the one who has the absolute.
Awful good. He's not going to kill anyone.
yeah, no,
for
we
any-
can't.
No.
So but also you got to keep in mind that he's basically the rival. They're allies and they're also rivals. And as
Right.
far as power goes in magic items, they're about tied.
Last I heard, there was no change. He lives, but barely.
Everyone else has noticed by now that the statues' heads are following Jarl Gorin as he walks to the window. That is distressing news.
Does his ring light up?
No.
What were the statues depicting?
Assumedly previous Jarls.
Okay, so they're very humanoid. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, you do notice a shimmer on the throne sticks. And Zaz. There's a shimmer on the throne, almost like a force field bubble around it.
So, Gorin, what shall you do?
He sits and he thinks for a bit. This seems to be a man who is not afraid of awkward silence. If anything, it's a tool.
Good thinker.
Eventually,
Ziller hates awkward silence.
Yeah. Eventually, he turns towards Calder. Kind of walks through the group. Tokyo kind of posting up as big person. Kind of goes to loom, looking down his nose at Calder. What is the name of this group? Looks at Farron. Calder does. And kind of looks back up and goes, the Obsidian Pact. We started as mercenaries. And through letters and names being spoken in the right places from the right people, we have come into contract of someone. We were told to infiltrate the city. And when the time came to assist in the invading force that is on its way. Invading force. From what I understand, yes, I don't know who the force might be, but I'm to understand that the walls would not be an issue. So I would guess cavalry. That's what I would do. And he looks up at him, kind of defiantly. So the linchpin of this plot is my walls. He looks over at Ziller. I may not command you. It is not my right to give the lot of you orders. But if you want this man to go free, go and thwart this scheme. He will stay here with me.
He'll be treated well.
You have my word.
Okay then.
What happens to him if we die?
He will assist me in completing where you failed.
The only thing I fail is class.
He actually lets out a laugh which completely cuts the tension. Just do you need assistance?
Got any cool magic items?
I have a fleet of flying warriors. If there is a scheme within my city, perhaps that falls under their jurisdiction. Not to mention, doing this would make us. He looks at Styx for the first time, and you see genuine anger. Like he had not been able to pull himself to looking at you yet. Makes us square.
Styx does the awkward turtle.
Did something happen between them that I'm forgetting about?
I think it was the
I raided his library.
It was the non-library.
Oh,
It
it's just
was
a
the-
library issue. Okay.
not library, the bookstore.
Yeah, the book.
The bookstore. Okay. I thought it was something like other.
No, it was a cultural issue. We thought libraries were free. Turns out in this land, it's capitalism.
They just run things differently than in Girl
Mhm.
Twice Seen.
Yeah.
You've seen all of the bedazzled.
Clearly classism. Well, Gorin, we shall do our best. We shall stave off this invading force, but if I were to offer some of my tactical knowledge, my guess is that it's the goblins, led by a group known as the Syndicate. Call it a hunch.
At that name, he pauses. You see him literally like,
Mhm.
and then he turns, and he sits back down on his throne and goes, "How do you?" Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm just logging in that you were there when he learned of it. He goes. He kind of leans forward, and something strange happens. The shield pivots around, and you can see that on the inside of the shield, there is a face. The lips begin moving, and he goes, "Hush. You are not to speak your lies."
I think it's wench.
Your weapons also talk to you?
I have enslaved this one
Why?
because there is a demon trapped in it.
I see.
Ignore it. It speaks lies and filth.
Really want to hear what it has to say.
I want to know what kind of lies and filth it spews, though.
Yeah, like
I wanted to whisper some filthy sweet nothings into my ear.
does it offer a Sprite cranberry?
Berries and cream.
Oh my god.
I'm a little shield that loves berries and cream.
Hush, you speak nonsense.
He just
No,
turns
you're
around.
just a little
It's got the bangs and just the.
When I was a little shield, Mommy made me do Gorin made me do the little shield dance.
And now Gorin's gone.
Sarian will accompany you. The captain of the guard steps forward. Whatever you need, we'll get it done.
I don't know why, but I just pictured Lydia.
I am sworn to carry your burdens. And he goes,
You just
and
need to
have
get in
all
way.
of the martial forces return to the city at once. It will be done, my lord. Dismissed.
All right, we scoot.
Calder,
Just jump down the way we came, or is there a different
you
tile?
follow. Yeah,
that-
you follow the.
or-
Yeah, it's a different one. Yes. Just a couple of one-way paths. Calder kind of watches Farron go and goes,
Farron is going to activate her bracelet, releasing Moon Moon.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
You activate it, and Sarian, not in like an alert alarm kind of way, just quickly looks. Out
Oh,
comes
I
Moon Moon,
have a
big floofy,
collection of dogs.
big floofy pupper.
Gonna Moon Moon. Do you remember Calder?
Just
Can you stay with him?
he's already there. Moon Moon is already on Calder and goes and again, laughter from Jarl Gorin. He kind of sits up and goes, "Don't miss." And he says to Zaz, "If you can spare the big guy, he's good people."
I mean, yeah. I mean, we don't just. And I'll just sort of briefly glance. We don't just murder, you know. We're not. We keep it as civil as possible at all times. So.
Looks at Ring.
This whole
Yes.
The ring explodes.
It's where the qualifiers were there, as possible at all times.
It seems that Jarl Gorin has turned and is reprimanding his shield, and has not noticed the little ding on his ring.
Also, if there's one thing you gotta know about the big guy in white, he's a word keeper. So you should be good. You don't have to worry too much.
Then don't die.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna be a problem. Nothing in this city could kill me.
We're all immortal.
Oh. Keep her
Right,
alive
Sticks?
then, please.
We've eaten all the souls.
All right. And slowly the party descends. Thomas has been sitting and has gone completely unnoticed this entire time. Has been sitting next to the exit at like attention and has just been like. And then as you guys are heading towards him, he goes and leaves. On the way down, he's like, oh, cool. Just kind of nerds out.
And girling Thomas.
Soon, you guys, with all of your weapons and magic items returned to you, find yourselves on the front steps of the castle.
Well, Mr. Captain, where do you suppose we post up?
Well, I do believe that's up to you. You seem to know where these individuals are.
I mean, should we just go to their base and ransack their place, or
To the bar.
How often?
Pour another drink.
before we go there, I need to stop at the bank.
The bank.
Yes.
Can we go to the
right.
library?
To the bank we go.
Mhm.
She kind of shoots you a dark glance. It's a bookstore.
We know that now.
I'm leaning into it. All right. She. Are you telling her where it is? The inn.
Isn't she coming with us to the bank and then we'll go to the inn?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
We
if you
got
wanted
errands
to.
to run, lady.
We got it. I need to go to the bank first.
All right. You begin making your way to the bank. Thomas is just like beside himself, just cannot stay cool, and is really trying and failing. They say just to Styx, they say he dominated that shield with a contest of willpower alone. It was amazing. Sorry, I forgot he
mean-
talked like this.
I mean, I dominate wills all the time. It's not that difficult. I just keep walking.
So, anyways, hey, Hey, Captain of the Guard lady, what's your scout situation like?
What do we need?
I mean, it seems like if there's an invading force on the way, then we should be able to maybe spot them.
We are working on that as we speak. Our mission here and right now is inside the city. That is my jurisdiction.
Okay.
We will subtly begin surrounding the place.
That's fair. Hey, I've got a really neat trick as well, by the way. I'm wondering
Let's hear it.
I'm wondering how open you are to destruction of property.
Yeah, as long as the boss doesn't find out about it.
I like you. So here's the trick. I know glyph of warding. This was the aforementioned issue at the bookstore library. You see, I didn't realize I was supposed to pay for it. I feel like I should pay for it now. I'm gonna pay for it.
Probably.
Don't pay for it. It is information in a book.
Sticks, we have very different morals at this point when it comes to this stuff.
It is a crime to put knowledge behind a paywall.
Didn't you attend a college?
Do you think I paid for it in berries?
He got a free ride.
Dude, she literally goes, "You have berries?"
Do you want the berries?
She's a bird, dude. Yeah, she wants berries. She kind of
Sticks is the
hops
little
a little
lad.
over, being a little more bird-like in character, subconsciously.
All right, hold on. I gotta see how good the berry is.
Oh God.
Gonna
It's a 5.
She kind of, you hand her the berry and she pops in and goes,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Some of them are stinkers.
"Some of them. You have a wild card of a bag of
I
berries."
mean,
did he give you a deer turd?
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
This happens
had
often.
I've had one too, but you know, sometimes you get good ones, and it's like deviously good.
The
Second
good
chance.
ones are worth the risk.
Mm-hmm.
She takes another berry.
it's exactly the same.
Starting to think you guys are plucking my feathers.
I
I mean, you got the ring.
Can I have a berry?
Yeah. You don't
Oh,
even
she
want
didn't
to.
bring the ring with her, by the way. I think that's important to note.
Okay.
Right.
Arthur gets an 18. Sticks is
So
gonna pop one in
good. Berries are the
Sticks gets a
best.
5.
I like
Everyone
like
has
how-
different tastes, I guess.
And like before I eat it, I like showed her like it's not a deer turd. We're good. And then it's like
I think the deer turds are indistinguishable from the berries.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that
we
doesn't
wouldn't
matter. He's
eat
still
them.
gonna show it. Like, yeah, look.
You're a fun group.
Mhm.
Wouldn't have expected that. Most of the people over in Iceholm are rigid. Although I can say the same for this place.
It's because y'all are so strict with them their laws. That does
To
that
be honest,
people.
we have to be. It's a very large city.
I understand. I'm just saying that's why.
It's fair.
You want happier folk, let them do stuff. That's my opinion.
The people are welcome to
Ka-chow.
pursue happiness. I am to enforce that they are able to.
Debauchery.
Debauchery.
Let them eat cake.
That's what Ziller's been thinking this whole time.
You have moments. As you're brooding over your thoughts of beheading people, you come across the bank. Hang on. Oh, go ahead.
Ziller's just gonna rifle through his pockets for the banknote that Gost left him, and is gonna be like, "This work," and he's gonna walk inside and be like,
So you walk into the bank. Everyone else going with him, or
I am.
you are? Okay.
Nah, well,
I mean,
I'm gonna try.
how thickly laden is the street in people?
Pretty empty.
I'm gonna post up outside and
Okay.
keep an eye.
yeah, I'll do the same.
Sarian stays with Zaz and Arthlos. The other three walk into the bank. This is the Bank of Valentin Valor. Write that down.
"Would you say that we've had a short rest at some point between all of this?"
Nope.
Dang.
You could have done that. So you walk into the Bank of Valentin Valor. This is the only building that is not white that you've seen in the inner city. It is red.
I hate to say it, but your city's got a dead pixel.
And as you walk in, you can see ornamented heavily, very beautiful, just entirely different aesthetic though. You think this might be a bank that is Kjol wide, not so much like Iverholt's bank. Privately owned is my point.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in. There is a halfling sitting on a stool at the door as you walk in and goes, "Can I get a name?"
Ziller Monkeypaw O'Crack.
Status?
Named one.
Married.
Status.
Genders? Gender pronouns?
Ziller has no use for pronouns.
I identify as a problem.
Yes.
He writes it down. Purpose for being here. Good day, by the way.
It's a lovely day. I'd like to. I've got this banknote, and I'd like to redeem it.
Ah, well, that'll be at the bank teller. I am simply the log. No dogs!
Why is that try?
What's wrong with the dog?
No dogs. Thank you.
Why?
I apologize.
Dude, I don't know.
I'll see
How
myself
far into the
out.
bank are they? Do we hear that outburst from outside?
Sure. Yeah, it's right at the door.
It's called an establishment, Ziller.
I am
Farron comes back all
anti-establishment.
abashed.
That's why I said try.
Yeah, it's funny. Comes back all kind of like,
Dogs are
Please.
better than people. You can train a dog. You can't train a person.
But it's clearly
I would
her
give it
aid
to
dog,
Jennifer.
so you should also like.
and also looks over the fur bulk. Try not to shed.
What's wrong with you?
That's just mean.
I look to the guard. Turtle, please, come on. He's look at how he said what he says. Is this person here? I'm turning him into a turtle.
We'll turn. Okay, save your. We're about to enter into a bit of a
I
kerfuffle.
don't care. He told me not to shed.
I scratch my hair until hair falls out.
What is this supposed to do for me?
We both shed. Warn me too.
Aisle 3.
Thanks.
You get another.
I throw a poop berry at him. Make sure it was a poop berry.
Mhm.
You gotta roll.
What was it?
It was a 15.
Oh.
It kind of pulls out a handkerchief.
Go to
Races get
aisle
turned
3.
into turtles.
As we walk away, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation and make it smell like farts around him.
You go to cast. No dice.
Hungry.
You needed to learn that at some point anyway. Inside this bank, doesn't seem to that magic be working.
Remember when I asked for the bag of devouring?
Yeah.
This
Remember,
is why.
This is why
This
I told
is
you no.
exactly why.
This is why I told you no.
I would just
Get
be
in
like,
the
hey man,
bag."
I got magic items in here, bro. Reach in.
Mm.
You find
All right.
yourself another halfling sitting behind the desk and goes, "Hello, what can I do for you?"
Banknote.
Takes it. Interesting.
Why?
And would you like the whole sum?
How much is the whole sum?
About 50,000 gold.
Ka-chow. No, I want it.
All right. Would you like that in platinum? Or would you
I'll
like
take
that
that.
in gold?
Platinum, please.
All right.
5,000 platinum.
Sign here, here, and here. And I'm gonna need your thumbprint on the wax here. And just a little bit of your blood here.
My blood?
Indeed.
I take out my sword. I shape change it into a dagger.
Doesn't shape
then-
change. But everyone kind of gets a little quiet as you pull out your sword.
What am I supposed to do? Bite my hand? I give like a
He pulls out a small syringe. Wipes it
Lame.
to indicate that it's been cleaned and hands it to you with a cloth.
I take my sword and I dig it into my hand like
The bank teller goes, oh, morbid.
hand me a second-hand syringe, you
It's,
heathen.
I promise you, we have the highest cleanliness here. Shoots a glance at the
Healer high
furball.
five.
I put my blood on it.
Thank you.
Do all the necessary signing.
He takes the piece of paper that you put the blood on, rolls it up, puts it in a little jar, like a mason jar kind of thing, and screws it tight, dips it in wax. Thumbprint.
Here's my thumbprint.
That way you'll know that no one's opened it.
It's been notably burned off his right thumb. from
So there's no
explosions.
thumbprint.
It's just like a bald surface.
He doesn't care. He puts it down. And he goes, all right, here is your 5,000 platinum.
That was from the third year science class when I tried to cast heat metal on the sword I was holding. It was very silly.
I'm sure it was.
Styx was there. He's my buddy. I tie up the platinum and I put it in my bag.
Is there anything else I can do for you, gentlemen?
Joke.
Sorry?
That's all.
All right. Don't
Bye.
forget about Valent and Valorant.
I give a bow. That looks auspiciously like a dab.
Who's to say?
Then I leave.
All right.
Go outside.
The two of you return to the party. And Sarian turns to you and goes, assholes.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Can this be the property damage we were talking about earlier?
No.
Why not?
Because that would get back to the boss.
Okay.
We're going to take our break there.
I'm gonna poop on their stairs.
Just drop trow.
Right next to the captain of the guard.
All right, welcome back.
And there it is.
So, the party, the money has been distributed. What was it, 1,000 platinum each?
1,000 plats each. Okay, I'm done my banking.
Someone flies down and whispers in Sarian's ear. She kind of goes, from what we've heard, this is an interesting development. How discreet were you in leaving that inn?
Not very.
It's been burned.
Medium.
It's been burned down.
Nice.
We teleported out of there, so
Well, we were outside,
We didn't cause
and we were the
a
only
scene.
ones outside.
Why would they burn the inn down? I guess to sow chaos.
so we don't have a lead.
We're currently fighting the fires that are spreading. Started with that inn, from what I have heard, and has spread to nearby buildings. Luckily, she looks at all the snow. Should be manageable.
Do you think it could be because they're trying to divert some of your forces to take care of the fire while the invading force does something else?
Likely. or simply to cover their tracks. Huh.
Too bad Coulter's not actually with us, because then we could ask him what they usually do to blend in.
Yeah, it's a shame that Gorin made that tactical mistake to keep our only potential lead on them at this point with him. Bet they're playing cards, not being useful.
I want to say they're both petting Moon Moon. They're both just like, oh my god, you're so soft.
Every once in a while, he's just trying to tell the shield to shut up. Just like,
Yeah. You should stab it. Shut up.
Oh.
the shield is just intrusive thoughts.
Snap its neck.
Throw it in the fire. No.
Make another history check, real quick for me, Arthalos. That sword has been tickling at the back of your mind for some time.
The history.
Yep.
What check is that?
Could I provide the help action by bouncing ideas off of him?
If he starts externally processing, yeah.
Okay. Start talking out loud.
I've seen that sword somewhere before.
All right,
Or read about it.
in my history class. I read a bunch of magic items.
Sarian goes, what sword?
Gorin's.
Gorin's sword.
Oh,
It has a very distinct design.
Yes, that's a family heirloom. It's been passed down from all the Jarls. It's quite effective at what it does.
Sword's
Yes, the sword of cutting. Very good sword.
Do I get advantage, or am I sticking with my 18?
Yeah, you can get advantage.
Crit.
It's worse. We're sticking with 18.
I was not of help.
It's a 5. Yes.
That is the sword of Zariel.
Oh gosh. That's a family heirloom?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Think of it as the crown that is passed down from Jarl to Jarl.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, he's astonished. Doesn't that actually turn you into an angel?
Turns you into a lawful good, that's for sure.
And what you're the sword
But
of
it gives you wings.
It can, yeah. You can activate the wings.
You didn't mention that he was astoundingly beautiful.
Oh, I implied it.
Otherwise, I would have been like,
I thought he looked like a thumb.
No!
it was like, Jarl, he's old and ugly.
I don't know if I
Have
ever
you
said
seen, have you
exactly.
seen
You-
Spy Kids? He
you
looks
as-
like that.
He's a paladin. He has high
You
charisma. He's very
you presumed
beautiful.
that he was prestigious,
Yeah,
certainly, but
I
not
just thought he was imposing.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was like. I was like, ooh. Otherwise, the other would have been more bashful. I would have been like, Gorin.
Like,
Oh,
stop
no,
it.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy,
Daddy?
Daddy, sorry.
God. Now that I know this,
Do you like want to
Now
bury?
Arthalos and Zilla are both like low-key simping.
it's like
Like,
They all
we'll do
turn to Gorin,
whatever
they're
I
like,
can to save this place from evil.
Falls on own sword.
man, I love.
yeah.
Luckily, he doesn't have a sword, but
I
he will
love
trip
how-
over his own staff.
But it is
I love
interesting.
obeying laws.
But it does
He
say
just
it does say a
immediately-
lot. It does say a lot that the passing heirloom, the tradition is to keep you in that lawful good state, which is pretty cool.
What if
Alright.
he's secretly chaotic evil? Like, what if he was just a really demented kid?
Aw.
Like-
Super screwed up,
He's-
and then they gave him the sword. Now
He's like, all right, I'm sorry, I'll get my act
yeah,
together."
like as a kid, he was
It's,
like.
it's
going
not
out in
even
the
that
woods.
much. It's just like,
Yeah.
just boom.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a whole new personality
Yeah.
that gets implanted into you.
Thank you, Vloxen. Guys, my amazing mod Vloxen is posting pictures on the Discord. Feel free to head on over there where we all hang out and post pictures and memes. If you post any memes that are applicable to the campaign, it might end up on the Instagram. Also, find full unedited episodes on the Jake and Pfeffer's YouTube channel.
You sprout a beautiful pair of feathered wings that grant you flying speed of 90 feet and the ability to hover. If you already have a different kind of wings, these wings replace them and the other ones just fall off.
My apologies, that's on me. I thought it was you can activate and wing sprout.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, I'm
So
pretty
I'll
sure
say that he's got that like living armor and the wings are in there.
I see.
Well.
Well,
Blip.
Ziller, and I think Arthlos are both like. Well, now I understand. Now I understand why I was so imposed by him. I thought I was scared, but it was just bashfulness. Well,
Yeah, I get it.
It's okay, Zaz.
Zaz's like, I guess.
Okay, well, we have our funds. There,
me being a sorcerer with 0 use of a sword, but
everything's been lit on fire. What do we do? Should we just go to the fire and start investigating?
Tracks.
We should go see if the owner is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
We could also go look at where the guard becomes the lightest in response.
All valid. I don't know. Farron, what do you think?
Well, we could check the inn first off to see if there's any evidence or tracks, and then look where the guard isn't. That's obvious, but
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go with Farron's plan. Look for tracks, and then go where the guards aren't.
the inn is in the outer
Yeah,
ring,
the outer
right?
city.
The
yeah.
lower.
Mm-hmm.
The poor people area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Classists.
Yeah.
Feudalism.
Where the peasants are.
I want to be where the peasants are.
No, thank you. Actually,
I'm a lord.
can I please not?
All right.
Go away.
The
I'm a
party,
man of wealth.
the party begins moving towards. Oh, and real quick on that Discord, make sure you accept the rules and give yourself a roll. The party heads towards the fire. You can see the smoke.
How long is the walk?
Couple hours. 5 miles.
that's not a couple.
Yeah,
Longer than
it's.
Would you say at a brisk pace we could get like a
If-
just like a jaunty short rest?
Like,
I'm gonna say no. You
All
can
right,
go
in that-
take a short rest.
Should
But
we
You have
that
take
cat nap. Take 10 minutes.
I know, but I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Fine. 10 minutes.
Can you use or do you not have any warlock spell slots?
I do have warlock spell. I'm out. That's the thing. I'm out of
Right,
spell
right.
slots for warlock stuff. All right. 10 minutes. Do we have 10 minutes? All right. I'm
Yeah.
taking a nap.
Sure.
All right.
Let me.
The spell. How many people can I get? Up to 3 creatures. So I. Who's first?
Me.
All right. Slap. Who's next?
Arthos just sticks his hand behind Styx's, so the overslap hits him, and he just.
I grab your hand and give you a good proper slap and go 10 minutes. and then I go good night and slap myself.
Sarian looks over at Farron and goes, "What just happened?"
Aaron's just like, you get used to it.
Okay,
That's all I gotta say.
it's kind of cute.
It's enduring.
Enduring or endearing?
Endearing, I can't
You
talk.
have to deal with it, but you know, you get there.
Honestly,
Long
both.
suffering or
Both.
kind of appealing.
I meant to say endearing.
I know.
English is hard.
I'm sorry. I was.
He,
I thought
he,
it was a
grow,
funny
he
play on
grows on
words.
you like acne.
Oh.
Like a nice boil.
Thomas kind of in an alleyway. Really? We're better than this. just to
I
no
didn't
one.
even know you were still here.
Oh
kid.
my god! No, what? What? I can help.
I just,
I got
I mean,
spells. A few spells.
what,
We
I mean, what kind of
appreciate your
spells?
assistance.
Thanks. Mostly illusion.
I'm sure there's some use for that, maybe.
Does that include
I-
Shadow Blade?
No.
That's an illusion. No.
And it includes shadow.
No, he's got 3 levels. Okay. Don't worry about it.
That's enough for Shadow Blade.
Is
it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Shadow Blade's a 2nd level spell.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
10 minutes pass.
10 minutes pass.
All right, Ziller wakes everybody up nearby with a frantic slapping that just flails and hits himself as well. Just 10 minutes have passed. Don't sleep any longer. It's dangerous.
Your REM cycle gets all thrown.
You wake up groggy. It's a mess.
It's a mess. You got it. 10 minutes only. Okay, I'm good. I've got my action surge back. I'm happy. And I've got all my spell slots back, basically.
Thomas, like, dusts off Arthalos. He's a manservant by trade. He just can't stand for it.
I prestidigitation Arthalos clean.
You gotta
Learn
show me how
that.
to do that.
It's a cantrip. Super easy.
Teach me.
You said you was good at illusion.
Yeah,
I'm not a
it's-
caster. I don't know what that is. Never mind.
Listen. All right. Party makes their way. Eventually, after passing through the fiery buildings and stuff like that, kind of having to put wraps over your faces for the smoke. It takes some doing, weaving through the buildings of fire. You can see peasants moving back and forth. All the shoveled snow has been slowly pushed up to the walls and stuff like that are now reallocated to moving the snow towards the fires. And you had to pass through like a wall of snow that they had constructed around and stuff like that, and just shoveling snow into burning broken windows and the like. And but now you're in the thick of it, and you finally find yourself in that open courtyard where the well was, and you see the inn roaring fire. You can smell the death. Cinder just sifting down. With all the smoke, a lot of the guards are not actually the flying Aarakocra are not directly overhead. They've had to kind of stay out of the smoke.
As we approach the fire, I'm just gonna start
Posture check.
investigating as I go, and just start looking at things and making
Yeah,
sure
you
I'm
start-
not missing.
You start
Missing
looking
anything.
around. I mean, right away you see a lot of footprints, but you don't. That doesn't really help you because a lot of people have passed through and the like. You do find one older gentleman who's kind of half drunk but also a little crazy, kind of just walking around drinking and going, "I knew this day was coming." Keeps drinking. It's
How?
finally upon us. Hell has risen from below.
I power walk toward him and go, "How did you know?
Repent.
How did you know?
This world was gonna go to damnation sooner or later, my friend.
Are you religious, or do I need to send you there?"
I am very religious, thank you very much.
All right, so you're just a crazy person then. Okay, we don't need to take this person's opinion into account for this investigation of a crime.
Tell him we killed the devil. Tell him we
I killed the devil already, by the way. He wasn't very hard. He was made of locusts.
And with that, we move on. Let him sit on that for,
Just. I'm gonna investigate the crime scene for anything that looks of note, potentially. That's like magic ingredients, anything that could start a fire. Any
Are you going
residue.
into the fiery building? Or are you just kind of staying in the courtyard?
How would I avoid being lit on fire? Do I have that capability?
Wait,
One of you takes half damage from fire, I'm pretty sure.
Me.
That's
I
just
look-
half damage from everything.
Yeah.
As long as you go in angry, I guess.
Yep.
He goes from
I
small
cause
humanoid.
fires.
He goes from small to medium. He hulks out.
anyone have Cone of Cold?
Wait,
Arthlos does.
Hey, just put that bad boy out.
I have it in my staff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprised they don't already have some casters taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
Druid.
bird
Hey,
brains.
water.
It's a but. This is what happens when your city's run by fighters.
Yeah.
They're all swinging their swords like it's not going down.
Why won't you die? Shield bash. Shield bash.
As they feed it more oxygen. Why is it getting bigger?
One person's got a bow.
This is a really tough fire.
All right. Would like a 60-foot cone get most of
Enough
it?
to get the first floor. Second floor will still be going. Some of the second floor. And just pre-warning, little warning. It's a weakened building. Was on fire. But yeah, the fires are extinguished and you're able to walk into the main room of the tavern.
I feel like a
So like he'll just kind of take the staff in like in a circular motion, and it'll start like icy winds will start billowing around,
Sarian
and
goes,
then
I
he'll-
knew it!
and then he'll slam it on the ground, and it'll just.
just for the measurement of Cone of Cold, it would be 30 feet upwards, and isn't like a story only like 10 to like 14 feet high?
Yeah,
So
okay.
wouldn't that
So
get-
I'll
that would
say
get
I'll
both
say
stories, right?
the first two first stories, and then the third story is still going.
Okay.
Nope, nope. I did say that it was only 2 stories, so you extinguish the building.
Nice. Birds take notes.
And then I like as I finish, I put it back. It's still a walking stick. And I just
She goes, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where's the lie?
Exactly.
I'm going to start walking into the building just very delicately.
Okay.
Just at the ready to teleport out should I need to.
Okay. The first thing you notice is all of the bodies. Looks like there was a struggle. Something went south. You can see the bartender's throat was cut.
We did it. Mission accomplished, boys.
Wrong bartender.
Different bar.
Yeah.
Dang it!
Different district, but you're great.
If only.
These are the members of Lakeside, the refugees from Lakeside. Disembowelments, couple people's heads caved in. It looks like someone, from what you're able to ascertain, something went south, and they just, that and one of their members being taken was enough to just burn the place down and flee. What you don't find, as you're kind of looking around, is any secret compartments. You don't find any hidden exits. There's no, you do find the back exit, and as you kind of looking through the back exit, which again is all charred, you hear the soft like and you look and you pull open an ice chest, and there's a kid, and he is very badly burned. His hand's the worst of it, and he's wrapped in wet cloths and just still breathing. not fully conscious.
Arthalos!
What'd you
Medic!
find?
A
Oh.
child!
A child.
I'm gonna like pick up the kid very delicately. Like, come on, we'll
He
get you
comes
out
to
of here.
consciousness from the pain.
Just stay with me. Stay with me. We're getting you out of here. Hi, my name's Ziller. Okay, we got a medic. He looks like he's kind of like a snake person, but he's super nice. He's gonna get you all better, okay?
I hate snakes.
He's a nice guy.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay.
I go outside and I go just pop him with a cure wounds like ASAP, and maybe like if you have a lesser or greater restoration in there somewhere, that would be swell.
All right.
As soon as Farron sees him come out, she just beelines over to him and the kid.
Okay. The three of you kind of converge.
Yeah, so Arthos will like take some of the snow that's around and just kind of like put it on the burns, and cast lesser restoration.
Okay.
And
You watch
then,
the burns begin healing. How much hit points?
lesser rester just gets
Thank
rid of a condition.
Okay.
And then I'll cure wounds.
Okay. She starts breathing more easily.
All right, kiddo. You're
Zaz
gonna be okay.
is going to kind of start looking around towards like the fringes, maybe down some dark alleys,
Okay.
rooftops, to see if anybody is keeping watch on this
perception check.
place that's not Bert.
11 hit points back.
Okay. She is able to stand on her 2 feet.
Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, I was in the back. I'm making the soup.
Good soup, by the
I was
way.
gonna say, was it good?
It was. And
As she's talking, he's just gonna do another one
okay.
to get her the smoke and all the damage out of her throat.
And everyone started yelling. I went to go look, and Da said to stay back, and then the crazy one cut him. Cut him bad. So I ran, and I hid, and then the big one found me. And all the smoke was in the air, and he bundled me up and put me in the ice chest. I think he was trying to help.
Sounds like it. Do you remember what the argument was about? Or where they were going?
They were leaving. They were calling out for him to hurry up.
For who?
The big guy with the 2 hammers.
Mm-hmm.
The Goliath. Oh, God.
Just take a breather. The more you can remember, the more we can get justice for this.
They'd been here for some time. They'd been staying at this inn for some time. I don't know why they went crazy. You know, I did hear something. Yeah. Cammy, she lived in that building. We were friends. She let me borrow her ribbons. She said that one time, the crazy one, Decker, the crazy one was so drunk that he was trying to crawl into the well. And the other one stopped him.
The well, you say?
Points at well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna pull out my bird Robert from middle of nowhere space and be like, ha, Girl, awake. Search. I'm just gonna like. It's an owl. He's gonna go swoop down into the well.
Okay.
As far as I can think.
Jared, what'd you get on that?
26.
Okay. Someone should be watching. Any competent band of mercenaries would be watching. Nothing. And that says volumes.
Have they left?
I mean, you'd think they'd leave somebody.
That leaves me with the inclination either they've up and tailed it out of here, or Calder was their watch guy. And they
He
just
does have the bird.
Tell me about that bird you got there that you sent
My
down
bird?
into the well.
It's an owl.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
On a stats level, what is it? Like, is it a specter?
It's it's basically like I think it's basically an owl. Let me just look up exactly what Find Familiar says.
Oh, so it's a familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It functions as bird.
Yeah, but you gain the service of a spirit that takes an animal form that you choose, appearing in occupied space. The familiar has the stats of the chosen form, though it is a celestial, fae, or fiend instead of a beast. Mine is going to be a. I don't really know if I've ever picked this. I'm gonna say it's a fae with through
You say
themes.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so owlbear. So you said it takes on the stats of the creature.
It's an owl.
Okay, would you,
Owl has 1 HP if that matters.
it does because it's dead. You hear a clang and a snicker.
What
Nothing.
I needed to be acted out.
Well.
Ziller, I was
The snicker. The
I
laugh
was-
tells me a lot.
I was
I just
looking
did it.
through the eyes of the owl at the time. So what do I see before the owl dies?
Were you
And I'm
looking through the eyes? I don't think you
Mhm.
said you were.
I meant to
It
say
kind of
it.
killed it.
Well,
Yeah, we'll allow
that
it
is the
not.
entire function of throwing.
That
it
was
down
the
there.
reason why I
Okay.
sent it down there.
Its primary function is
Okay.
to send it, and
Yeah.
Go die. Go die, little birdie.
Bear trap goes off, and
Mhm.
you saw a hand reaching out and grabbing it from behind an open kind of cast iron door.
All right, they're down there.
Like
They
a
killed my
grate.
bird.
Six takes out a grenade.
can't you just like call another one and like call it again and send it down?
Takes an hour.
Yeah.
This might be
Arthlos-
inappropriate, but flame tongue.
Arthlos turns to the little girl. Do you have any other family?
She winces and looks back at the inn. No.
Go
Thomas.
with this bird.
Thomas,
Or Thomas.
take her, keep her safe.
Thomas takes off his cloak, which is roughly her size, and helps her out and goes,
Any other medical needs she may need.
"Yeah, I'll take her
make sure
back.
she gets-
I'll take her back to
gets
the
some
family.
Food.
She'll be safe."
Good man.
What about you?
Before they leave, Farron's gonna crouch down to her and be like, Be brave.
I can do that. She looks like she's trying to convince herself.
At a quick, like, did anything survive the fire? Like any keepsakes or anything that?
There, you guys could keep looking through the inn. Yeah, Ziller went in and he found what he found. You guys could keep looking around and doing stuff.
We do it later.
Yeah, hearing the crazy laugh from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm ready to freak in.
They're close.
Damn.
So
Literally
She's
just
taken care of
jump
for now.
down.
all right. Well, maybe not jump down, because then I'm pretty sure a bear trap's gonna nab you.
Nah, if they don't have time to reset it.
I don't. There may be more than one. Is my thinking.
Yeah, he'll take like quarter damage.
Yeah,
That's true. All right, Jazz.
just vault over the side, just rage on the way down.
Yeah, you
Just
hit a few razor
like hand
wires.
into the side.
You hit a few razor wires on the way down.
Hun
And
style, whatever his name was, Sean Yu.
yes. Yeah, let's see.
I'm
You're gonna take
I'm gonna-
half of 10 damage on the way
I-
down.
I cast fly on myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow Zaz down as Zaz just like destroys all the traps.
Yeah, about halfway down, it looks really cool, and then he starts hitting, hitting the wires and hitting the trap and hitting the other wires, and
He just T-poses his way down, just takes it all down with him.
Tactical Zaz deployed.
Zaz out.
Ow!
Yeah, you stand up, Zaz. And are you small or medium right now?
Medium.
Okay.
I'm basically just medium all the time now.
Yeah. You're waist deep in cold water. Was clean, now it's sooty. Before you is a great door that is shut. And you can see the remains of the bear traps that kind of went off.
How far
Alright.
down is the well?
About 40 feet.
I mean, I assume there's a handle from this side.
Yeah, but you do see a lock.
All right. Break that lock.
Strength check.
Arthur-
as Ziller's coming down, you see Zaz like attempt to. Arthalos?
I'm gonna cast levitate and just kind of
Okay.
lower myself down. Careful not to lower myself into the water.
Sarian looks at Styx and goes, I hate being underground. And she starts padding up, like cuffing down the sleeves, putting on gloves. The hood goes up. And she starts climbing down the well.
Dirty 20.
Afraid to get wet.
Does she look like a duck? That would be kind of amazing.
Where your ducks at, Taco?
Dang it. There it is.
Nice. All
The
right.
instant she collides with water. Clears the throat, excuse me. Sorry.
She like
Don't worry, we all heard that.
all right. Zaz, you open up the door. Farron, Ziller. Sorry, not Ziller. Styx. You going in?
Perrin, do you have a plan? They all just kind of jumped.
How wide is the well? Like,
If you were put out both hands, you'd touch.
okay.
6 foot ish.
Ish,
7
maybe
foot.
5.
Okay. Yeah, I can get down.
All right. Make an
before
athletics
I-
check. Oh, I'm sorry.
before I
Ziller,
do
make an
that, I'm
athletics. Go
I
ahead.
gotta make an athletics.
He's flying.
My
I'm
bad.
flying.
Never mind.
Before I do that, I'm gonna lay down the Tokyo. I'm like, do you want to come with me or do you want to stand guard?
Looks at the fire. Looks at the well. Both don't hold much appeal to him. He kind of starts pacing. Eventually sits.
Like, okay, just give him a good scratching, and then I'm gonna cast alarm
Okay.
around, like, I don't know, 10-foot radius around the well,
Okay.
or however.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna like scale down.
All right. Make an athletics. Zaz, you probably should have taken fall damage.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, you're good.
I mean, I probably would have passed an athletics check.
You made a point of just going
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
You take half of 13
Yeah,
damage.
sure.
But if he was catching in the things on the way down, then that would be slowing his fall.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
6 damage does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just playing devil's advocate here.
Taco.
They were brought to me.
Thank you, Britt. All right. Sticks.
I jump in and cast Featherfall. I don't know
Alright.
why we've all gone through all this rigmarole. Like people
And
just started
why-
jumping.
Why?
Didn't
Because
you?
I'm
Drama.
milking you for spell slots.
I know. That's why I know. That's why I don't understand why everyone just acted independently.
So,
Heck, I'm just jumping. No, I'm taking the Zaz approach.
okay. Make a athletics check. Unless you're
I
trying to
have
just.
so many spell slots. That doesn't-
Oh, that's a 9. Can I do a backflip to make it an 11?
No.
That's acrobatics.
Sounds awesome, but no. 11, 13 fall damage.
Can I make a dex check to catch him because I'm levitating?
Sure. I will
Six
say
jumps and
Farron
yells,
also needs to make a dex
"Hey,
check
you
to not get landed
guys."
on.
15.
15. All right. We'll see how this goes.
14.
All right, you're good. So it's safe to say that because everyone's just people have moved into the doorway. Yeah, Zaz, you moving in?
Yeah.
Ziller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then we don't have a dog pile on our hands. Very narrow tunnel, brick inlaid, a bit of an arch, about 6.5 feet high, Furbolg needing to stoop. Sarian like shudders pointedly and hates this. Everyone is waist deep in water.
Me, because I'm hovering above it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also not in the water. Don't want to
Okay.
get hypothermia.
Sure.
It's cold? No.
Gross.
Excuse me.
It's a narrow hallway, you say?
Yes, going into the black.
I can't see.
Yeah, Sticks.
Well,
you pointedly.
I do have flame tongue out,
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So you see a bit farther down.
so yeah.
oh, it's bright light, so we're good.
You see another great door, and then it continues down into blackness.
I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
And send. Oh boy. Okay, so it makes 4 light bulbs.
Okay.
I'm gonna send one 60 feet in front of us, the next one 30 feet in front of us, and one 30 feet behind us, and then
Okay.
60 feet behind us.
Okay. Sticks, you have you've gotten accustomed to having 360 vision,
Mm-hmm.
and you probably feel the claustrophobia the most of the party, because it's just like you're just staring at 2 walls, as the party moves forward. You see, now that you've sent the light down, that it eventually gets to a T.
What's marching order, y'all? What
Uh,
order are
I'll
we
be
in?
first.
I'll go second.
I'll take middle. Actually, no, I'll take back because I can see everything.
Mhm.
That's smart.
No. This will be behind Zilla.
I'll be behind Arthalos.
And behind her is Sarian.
You know, they say that these tunnels are haunted.
By what?
Ghosts. Healer.
Zaz, you move forward and you take a glance through the gating, and it opens into a large room. Brandishing your flame tongue, you can see looks like someone's lived here. It slants up out of the water into a bit of an open area. You can see a few barrels and a hammock. You can't tell if anyone's in the hammock or not.
All right, I'm gonna check the other direction.
Okay, the other direction is just the hallway continuing on to the T.
I'll, thumb over. Somebody might want to check that room.
I'll send a mage hand over.
Okay. The little
But,
mage
like,
hand goes through the grating.
See if there's anything in the hammock.
Okay. You shake the hammock. The mage hand shakes the hammock, and eventually a corpse falls out.
Anything else, like, valuable?
Looks like he was actually locked away. Not sure if he
Peasants.
locked himself in and eventually died or went crazy, or you don't know the story here, but Boyo be dead. Looks like of starvation.
How long dead?
Like, is it skeleton? or is it,
Skeleton,
like-
flesh.
Rotted.
Okay, so a while.
So, smelly.
Smelly boy.
Still very
Just-
stiff.
Because it's damp down here, so it'd be
Wretchedly smelly.
nice and gross. Okay.
Where else is... So this is the only thing at the other... What's on the other side of the T-junction?
You haven't gotten to the T junction yet. This is there was a grate before you get to the T.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're just smelly, man, I don't know why we go in there.
Continuing onwards. So as you get to the T, you kind of, I assume, feel free to correct me here, kind of loom in and look both ways. To your right, big open cavernous area, again with a grated door. To the left, more hallway. This grating cavernous area is somewhat in disrepair. Chunks of statues, it seems like, have kind of fallen down into the water, and you can kind of see them jutting out. Couple of bridges from other hallways in this upper kind of 10 feet 20 feet up. You can see like stone bridges leading to two other areas, as if the hallway was cutting through this area from a floor up, if you will. The bridge is still in repair. The pillars of the bridge are statues, carved pillars, and a large trash hoard on your floor, also in the water, kind of pushed up on the other end of this big room.
I'll start creeping down the hallway.
Okay.
I'll follow.
The line.
But I assume the water is still
Yep.
like waist deep. Yeah.
I'd like to be like holding an action for if anything, like jumping out or any
Sure.
of these.
Just as you think to do so, Sticks, you feel something slide along your leg.
Something just touched my leg.
How long do I feel it slide for? Like just like a fish length, or
Enough
like
for you to take in a sharp breath, feel it still be there, and then there's the mounting horror, and then it's gone.
Does anyone else in front of me react? No. Okay, we're gonna lose my lights, but I'm gonna do a thing. Probably a bad idea. I'm gonna do it anyways. gonna cast Control Water,
Okay.
and I'm going to like suck all the water from in front of me,
Okay.
and then just like have it like billowing behind me, like floor to ceiling behind me, and like moving with us.
Okay.
But to drain everything out in front of me and put all the water behind us.
Okay. So everyone's mounting horror. A slow attachment of leeches has been slowly attaching to everyone's legs. And
I've
no
been
one's
flying.
felt it. Everyone who's not flying.
High fives.
Yeah.
So like, ha.
Gross.
Roll a d8 each of you. That is in the water, to discover how many leeches by this time have managed to latch onto your person.
About 1.
2, 1. Oh no, Farron.
Oh, Farron.
Oh,
good
time to
I
roll.
think the ranger would notice this.
You have 8 leeches on your legs.
She's dealt with worse. It's okay.
Wait, is that what the long slimy thing was?
Yeah, it just swam past you.
How big are these leeches?
They're quite large.
Sokka, you've got an elbow leech. Where? Where do you think? Made me think of that because they were like this long.
Yeah. Also something of note. Oh wait, no, never mind. That doesn't apply. Never mind.
Can I like cleave damage these things with my sword?
Do you have that ability?
No, it's just an optional rule into DMG for dealing with hordes. I'm just wondering if that is in effect. If not, then
I will say no.
okay.
Everyone who has at least 4 leeches on them, roll a con save. Wait, I gotta roll for
Farron's is like, man, I'm lightheaded.
Sarian.
Bye.
Yeah, Sarian has 6 leeches on her little bird legs.
Well, how does that even work?
1. Farron.
My luck is great
Luna, what
tonight.
is happening tonight?
Goodness gracious.
Okay, well, you feel fatigued. And kind of sleepy. Sarian is worse. As she starts carving off these leeches, she goes down on one knee, kind of blinking, grabs a hold of the wall and lifts herself back up. The brick comes loose. She looks,
Baby.
and everything goes. She puts it back.
How much health are y'all willing to lose?
She goes, I hate the underground.
I can quickly cast Fireball, get rid of all of them.
That is an explosion underground, and it
This
almost
place is
collapsed from
structurally
its
It's not
Yes,
an
now.
explosion. It's not an
It is a
explosion.
fantasy bomb.
It is I just light everything nearby on fire.
You
It's-
ignite the air.
The
Oh,
god of
no.
this universe has ever considered it an explosion, so it should not be any different now.
Fair point.
Yep, that's true.
Fine. I do have, do I? Oh, I
Wait,
don't have.
Fef, you run it as like a literal, just like a ball of flames.
No, that's what I'm saying. I run it
It's
as
like
a boom.
as a boom
Okay,
does
cool. Yeah, I
structural
was like,
damage.
well,
and-
you
I've
don't
never
run it
even
as,
thought
like,
of just like,
fantasy
yeah, it's
C4?
fire, and then
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I've always
no.
run it as a
makes
concussive
loud
explosion.
noise, yeah.
Yeah, like a stick of dynamite going off or a
So-
grenade.
Hmm.
I've never thought that. Yeah, it's just fire.
I rule it as you you go like beep and then.
No,
And
I
it's
did have a mechanic at play in that hell crawl we did where it was like,
In
hey,
Dragon
maybe
Heist,
not a
the
fireball
fireball-
because place will come down.
Okay, it's true.
In Dragon Heist, Fireball blows up a building. There's a terrorist attack in Dragon Heist. It blows
Okay.
up a thing.
Well, in that case, I won't do that incredible idea. apparently, and I'll just start hacking away, I guess, at all of these leeches. Just avast.
Ziller, take my legs. Take them off.
Sticks, can you, in control water, can you freeze it?
Hmm?
Why not just freeze them in a block of ice?
Oh, with our legs.
All the water's back there. Just freeze all those ones, and then you only have these to deal with.
Freeze it in a way that it supports the tunnel too.
It's not a bad idea.
But okay, so hear me out. In a hypothetical
Oh,
situation
thanks, Taff.
where
Welcome,
we have to
dreamers.
come back the same way that we left, and we don't end up with some sort of Skyrim door alternative exit, we have to come back.
Why
Which
would
means,
we come back? Teleport.
do you want to live down here?
We have teleportation. Like
Oh, that's actually a really good point.
oh man.
Oh,
We have magic.
I also can do these.
Broaden your mind.
Spellbook
Oh, I
is
need
staring
more.
at you.
You're too busy seeing everything that you're not seeing what's
Was
right
right
there.
in front of me. Artilas, you're so correct. Thank you for these, brother. Freeze the water behind us.
Okay. Bring me. Let's just get y'all out of the water. Is it all water?
There is
just
no
forever?
water. It's behind us and frozen.
Nice. Cool. Okay, in that
So
case,
it's just the ones on the legs.
I'm just gonna start hacking at the legs then, as I've been. How many can I get off in like one swing?
It
In
depends. How
one
good are you with
swing,
your
one of
hands?
them, but you do get them all off
Yeah. Okay.
in quick order. Why you giving me that look, Luna?
I don't know.
Okay, as long as I didn't do something.
No.
You're just gonna be like grabbing each one with like chill touch and just like
Breaking them up into pieces.
yeah.
Eldritch blasting them. Just.
Now
I'll
don't
just
move.
reach down and snatch mine off.
Gross.
Eat it.
Just keep on going.
What condition does Farron have now? Is it
Exhausted.
exhaust?
She has a point of exhaustion.
exhaustion.
And so does
Okay.
Sarian.
Ew.
What is the first point? That's
Skill checks.
That's
Skill
a disadvantage on skill tech and skill checks. It's not that bad, but like it's still annoying.
It's gross.
Obnoxious.
Really annoying.
It's not as bad since we're so high level.
it's skill checks, movement, then
Skill checks,
saves.
movement, saves, then
Something else in death.
it's no, there's not something else in that. There's something else. Then your movement is 0, and then you die.
Yeah.
Can't remember what that 4th level is. I think it's just your movement is like reduced or something even further.
It's worse. It'll go straight to your thighs. And then you'll
Alright.
blow up.
All right, so are you continuing to push water away as you continue down this dungeon? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah. Froze
Okay.
the stuff behind us, still concentrating on control water.
Okay.
Beepy effers.
A little bit. You get to another T. To the right, hallway. To the left, a rotted wooden door. You can kind of see through it, Zaz. It's another room that is waist deep in water. You can see some shelves, and make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
It looks like someone's set up a trap for once you entered the room.
Could I tell what kind of trap?
Yeah. Haven. Something is set so that once a bear trap on the floor goes off, it pulls at multiple bricks in the doorway and in the walls to initiate a cave-in.
You said that the door was kind of rotted.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's been recently, like, kind of broken a little bit, like somebody's used
A little
it.
bit. Looks a little crumbled. Damn you, Taco.
Uh, hmm. I assume everybody else is like right behind me.
Yeah.
And
there's
there's no
definitely-
water for you, which is why you see the little bits of the bear trap under the water.
So there's definitely a trap here. And it seems pretty intricate. I don't feel like our quarry would have had time to set it up just now, so I doubt they're that way.
Unless they all just know about it.
Right, if they had set it up ahead of time, but they would have had to untrigger it, go through and re-trigger it, so I doubt that's the direction they are.
My thinking is that they just always know about it, so they always know to do a quick hop, skip, and a jump over it, because they frequent
It's
the
rigged to the
place.
door. If you open the door, it's gonna collapse.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's not rigged to the door. It is a bear trap. So you step on it, pressure plate, it,
Very
and that
powerful
pulls
bear trap.
all the bricks.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
does it look disableable?
You can try. Don't fail.
Can't we just step over it?
I mean, if it's got 2 ropes connected to it, then just cut the ropes.
Just fireball it.
No.
Maybe not the fireball.
Yeah, you can make a sleight of hand to disable the trap.
Guidance.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody wanna. My sleight of hand's decent, but
I'll help if you can float over there and give you a hand.
use an extra set of hands for this.
Scalpel.
Mission Impossible style. He's like
guidance?
got the goblin by the ankles, and he's like hanging upside down, disabling the trap.
Is guidance still just a D4, or does it level up?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's just a D4.
Lame.
That'd be
I mean, better
awesome
than
if
nothing,
it did.
but-
But if it did, then I mean,
It'd be like
what
the
even-
best
what
in
even
the game.
what even is a bard for at that
Yeah.
point?
Okay, so that is a 22.
Okay, yeah, you disable the trap.
All right. Let's
Did
get
a quick
after 'em.
sweep. Open
Chest.
the door and
Okay, chest in the water. New chest in the water. And what you couldn't see from your angle is
More bear traps.
no, the one of the members of the Obsidian Pact, not one of the ones you interacted with, up against the wall, frozen in ice.
Do I recognize that as Ghost's magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Because I was recently very much in the presence of him.
we've also seen his particular brands of ice.
16?
Yeah, this is
I haven't yet.
Goss doing.
Because y'all went
I
through
go,
great pains to make sure I didn't see it.
Sticks. It's Ghost.
Do I know that name?
Yeah.
That's your old
It's your
my-
brother.
father's
It's my-
son
yeah,
Your
that
step
it's the
bro.
was
failed
turned
me.
out to be a
Yeah.
bad boy.
Yeah. Osric told it to you. That's how I knew
Okay.
it.
Welcome, or Hoss. Welcome to the Pine Cones. Thanks for the follow.
It's Ghost.
Hmm.
If he's coming through here, our job just got significantly more dangerous.
I mean,
Ain't it always?
do I know of your? Okay, God, it's been so long. How do I know that you guys like were chumming it up at the?
No, you
bookstore?
don't
no, I
know
don't think
that.
he's told anyone.
I haven't told anyone that yet.
Hmm.
He still
he
has
just
the
took his
sending stone.
money.
I robbed
Just-
Ghost.
Are you gonna
Yes.
bring him in on that before this episode's over? By the way.
I was
Or
planning.
are you gonna
to
lie to
itself.
me again?
No, I'll say actually, when we were down there in the library, he spoke to me.
Bookstore.
That's how I in the bookstore library. When I was snooping around, he spoke to me, cornered me. That's how I acquired the funds.
The library.
I hate
A
good joke even, but you gotta stop.
I'm asking you to stop anyway.
I'm gonna like squint at Ziller and see if I think he's telling the truth.
I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah, but there's
So are you going into detail about this one?
I'll tell him everything. I'll tell him about everything, and including the sending stone that he wanted to give to Arthalos.
oh, the walkie-talkie,
Mm-hmm.
Rocky-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so that could get in contact with him?
It could. We could
Is
use
there
it to our advantage.
Yeah, can we use it to figure out what happened here?
I mean, we could give the rock to Arthalos, or Arthalos could call him on the walkie-talkie and then suddenly try to kill us.
I wasn't supposed to tell anyone.
Did you tell me or did you tell the whole group? Because we're kind of in a line.
I told everybody.
Okay.
Did he say what he wanted to talk about?
Stocks. Cryptocurrency.
It could be he wanted to tell you about his new favorite crypto, Dogecoin. Ghost coin. It's all about ice.
Ghost coin. Ghost gold.
From what I know, it was something about the hearts of mountains, from what I can remember. Does that sound right? Yeah.
Interesting. Do you happen to have one of those?
I don't think we should trust Ghost.
How much do I know about Ghost? I feel
Not
like I
much.
know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know the backstory or why.
What the party knows.
I
Assuming
was-
Taco.
was
assuming
just
Taco
about
Sticks
to
kept
do
brought-
it.
Sorry, go ahead, Taco.
I was just about to
Okay.
tell them.
Okay.
So the one called Ghost, he has a very odd name. So you remember I have a new dad now, but I had an old dad that we used to work for. He got murdered, put into a box, replaced by Changeling. Very traumatic. I'm handling it well. Thank you for asking. Anyways, he had a kid before me, and by kid I mean apprentice, another intern,
A protege.
a protege, and he was doing very good magics, and then he went crazy. He turned evil. He learned about true ice as opposed to false ice, and then he went absolutely buku bucks, cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. He went off into the woods. He like turned into an ice demon, very bad boy. And then I came in and I was the better son. No cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But
That sounds like a very unbiased story that you just told us.
incredibly, I am nothing if not factual.
Hey, Sticks, real quick. While I got
Oh,
you
boy.
here, roll a d100.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Baguette.
Wee wee.
14.
That's
A number.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Continue.
Anyhow,
like I
sir,
know what this
before
is
God
from.
interrupted me. So, anyways, he's a very naughty boy, and he I was told he's not to be trusted because he's basically like an ice demon lich.
You have
thing
the
now.
sudden impulse to puke.
Bleh.
Maggots.
Oh!
It's that locust you ate.
I hate it here.
Why?
Do you have greater restoration yet?
I think so.
That could probably cure it.
You know, this is really adding to the phrase "get the devil out of you." Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Why is our evil guy our healer?
I don't. Why am I healing all of you? Like what?
It's because we're valuable.
Yeah.
Hang on, make an Arcana check.
You didn't just get
Arthalos.
quite paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wanna
And you
find an
are
easy
all
justification.
incredibly useful so far. So.
And incredibly wealthy.
All right,
Yeah.
that's a 20 plus. You said Arcana 4, so 24.
Yeah, a great arresto ain't gonna fix this problem.
This is
This has been a long time coming.
beyond simple magics to heal. This looks like it's been festering for
Roll
quite
credits.
some time.
Roll credits.
Why did you eat the locust?
Why did you let me eat the locust, Ziller?
Don't blame me for your toxic, self-destructive behavior.
Wanted to get this out of the way
If you
before we
wouldn't
ended the
lie to me all
episode.
the time, I wouldn't act out.
Lie. I'm not your dad.
Your dad might be able to help. And he pointedly did not give you a talking ascending stone.
He very much did not. So maybe we should call my brother.
Your brother or your dad?
Gast? No,
Gast?
Gast. The bad brother, and tell him to get the bug out of my tummy.
You need to stop putting things in your mouth.
That's like rule number 1.
Sarian
When you
is
say
like,
that, I eat a berry. I eat a berry.
Sarian just at this point goes, okay. What?
We killed the devil. He was made of locusts, and Styx ate one.
It was a very funny bit.
Was it? I don't remember laughing.
Listen,
Did
I'm all
anyone
for
else?
eating
Oh,
insects.
that's left.
I'm all for eating insects. But
You would be. Sorry, that was rude. Not now. Not now. Not now.
Arthalos, you be careful, or I will
Styx.
also poop on your stairs.
They're also your stairs, so you'll just clean them up. Like
No, the little goblin
no.
will.
His response was no.
you will clean the steps if I want you to clean the
No,
steps.
Coach will clean these steps.
Because
Coach probably
dominate
would.
person will make you clean the steps. You will clean those steps.
Well, I mean, Zaz and Ziller had a freaking spar, so like it's just time for the wizards
Just
to
a
go at
wizard
it.
off. A whiz off? No, that's
No,
this is bad.
no,
This is bad.
no,
We're going in a
no.
bad direction.
Yeah, move
Whiz.
just move right along.
Moving
She
on.
does, to everyone's discomfort, pick up one of the maggots
Are you
and
going to
puts
eat
it in a jar and
Oh.
puts that in a pocket.
Be careful with that.
I
Don't
Yeah.
believe
eat
you.
it.
Styx, please stop
What?
trying to do dangerous stuff.
Would I know if like remove curse would do anything?
Make an
Not
Arcana
like-
check as I Google remove curse.
Could I provide assistance in remove curse and like unlike learning that stuff because it's
I'm
like
gonna-
spell casting knowledge?
What's the highest level spell you can cast?
Guidance me. 6th.
6? Not
Yeah,
you.
what about me? What if I did it? Because I can also do that.
highest I can cast is 4th?
All right, then yeah, you can.
Remove curse will work.
Sorry, I'm
No, he
I'm
can help.
checking now.
I can help.
Oh,
God, if this is like a wish thing, I'm gonna be so terrified.
oh my gosh.
Oh, my body is so ready for it to be a wish thing. If it wasn't a
Slowly
wish thing, make it a
becoming
wish
the
thing.
City Lord.
No.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Were you giving the help action? Is that what was happening?
Yes, I am. I
Yeah.
am.
Okay, cool. $21. With the help from Ziller.
You know that
Remember?
remove curse probably won't kick this thing. This is god tier, demon lord tier shenanigans. A 3rd level abjuration spell is probably you can try,
We say, bunny star.
but you're not hopeful.
What if you
There's-
cast it at higher level?
I don't think that's how that works.
There is
I don't see that you
something
can cast it.
we could do. It wouldn't be fun.
What? We just cut him open?
No, we can't.
Sarian
mind.
goes, what?
No.
What's the
Forget I
idea
said
though?
anything. It doesn't work. It won't work, and I'll just keep walking.
Sarian looks at Farron and goes, he scares me.
Sometimes. It's okay.
I wonder if she still thinks we're cute.
I I'm just like shaking Sticks. I'm like, you can't do this to me. Why?
Do what? I'm going to turn like what? Worst case scenario, I turn into the devil.
Yeah, that's the worst
Yeah.
case scenario.
That's a really bad scenario, Sticks.
Well, I mean, even though I would be the devil, I would let you come visit me in hell.
You would be the devil
In
And-
hell.
in hell.
With you?
Sticks, we need to
You're
have a
boldly
talk.
assuming that you'll still be you, Sticks.
I've never been anybody else.
Well,
You might become like the Cinder
maybe you
Lord
should
again.
count your days.
And we'll have to kill you again because you'll be the Cinder Lord, reincarnated because you ate the Cinder Lord.
I mean, it's really hard to stay in, boys. All I am saying is that if the logic of the world applies, if you eat him, you get his powers. So
Yeah, you'll get his powers.
He'll
So
get
then
his
I will.
powers.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't know what will happen with this whole shindig. This is
we have
just
no idea.
just the beginning. I waited a good long time before I brought this in.
Well, we better start getting some dang level ups. Feels like we haven't leveled up in nearly 9 months.
Could have had a baby in that amount of time.
You check my notes.
What do you think? Do you think I made a bad decision by eating the devil? I'm moving out.
Ziller
Clear
is
this dungeon and we'll talk.
Ziller is notably furious now, just at everything. So next thing he sees that's not, he's decided next thing he sees as his ready action that's not one of his friendlies, he's going to blast.
Unfortunately, we're out of time.
I haven't combated in a month.
Well, we got a dungeon to crawl through, so don't worry.
What if
If there's anything
What if
RP
we
wise you
just-
want to get out of the way now before
what
we
if we
take
just
our...
played all night?
I mean, I would need
Yeah, we
a
got-
break at least to prep.
I'm gonna
To
start.
prep what? We literally talked to one dude and walked in a tunnel.
The rest of it.
I'm
I said.
all right.
Oh,
Shall we
someone
Liam's
almost
tiny
spoiled.
hut and get a long rest so we can get off these points of exhaustion? Maybe.
We are chasing somebody.
Yeah.
I know. God.
If I take out the maracas, I want you to know how much emphasis Sticks is gonna put on the cucaracha part of La Cucaracha.
That song's about cockroaches.
Yeah, we just
Inside of Styx's tummy.
The dancing cockroach in my belly.
don't
Just doing a
have
little,
time for a
just
long
doing little
rest.
flips with you inside your belly.
Ah,
That's
my
gross.
goodness. Okay, in that case, the only other option we have, I guess, is food. But he doesn't really like me that much, I think, anymore.
When all this is over, I can try to have a conversation with Death and see if he knows anything about it. But
Oh, do it. Do it.
try to hold yourself together until we get through this.
No,
all right?
no. We have to talk after stream. I have an idea.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Any RP you guys want to get out of the way now before we wrap up for the week?
That was me RPing just now.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was just.
Okay.
Ziller's just gonna lead over Styx and be like, Styx, I know you don't like me very much right now, but I still like you. So stop dying.
Have you forgotten my name, brother?
I know
It cannot be done.
it takes all of us a lot of effort to keep you alive. You discredited what we did when we kept you alive down there with all those demons, when they were about to eat your soul.
It was a very big hole. We were
Styx still does not believe that that
We
the
were
plane,
in a
that the
cave.
Horizon Walker brought them to a plane shifting pocket dimension in hell.
Styx,
She's over here like, what am I? What am I? Chopped liver?
The lady with the dogs.
Speaking of which, you turn into the devil. You're not petting my dogs.
Ooh.
I'll just take your dog.
You got him.
He said, I'll just take your dogs.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Well,
happen.
yeah.
Very-
You hold up. You hold on. Now wait a minute. All I'm
Mission number 1
saying
is
is
steal. I'm just saying.
if Styx turns into the devil and I'm all like, hey, Arthalos, like, just sign this little dotted line, man, and like all the power and wealth you could ever heckin' want. And he's all like, nah, I'm gonna be cranky.
Or you could
You're
just
like,
kill
Arthas.
him and take it, who's whatever keep he's gonna get.
I
But he
don't need
becomes-
If Styx was the devil, he'd live in a van.
What's a van?
A wagon.
Oh, okay.
A converted wagon with a porta potty in the middle.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us today.